Remember to sanitize. Let's sanitize Chanel. Let's spray in our hands, rub between fingers and behind. Yes. And let's not forget to keep the distance. At least 1,5 will be good for us. Thank you very much. Our today's lesson is noun plurals. We are going to talk about nouns and how to pluralize them. Okay, boys and girls, like what I've said, we are talking about plurals. And here on page 3, let's turn our books on page 3, where we are talking about the rules that we need to follow, the rules that we need to remember when we are making or writing plurals of nouns. We are mainly focusing on the addition of S or ES. Now, what are plurals? Plurals means many or a lot of things, a lot of nouns. Nouns are in singular, meaning to say is one. When we are saying it's in singular form, we mean it's one. When we are saying it's in plural form, it means there are many. So, there are rules to be followed. When words are changed from single to plural form, there are some rules. We must remember this. I want to repeat it. Rule number one. Most words simply take the S in their plural forms. Most of them, if you look, they take an S. For example, one house, one houses. One house, you cannot say one houses, but if they are men, you say two or more houses, right? One chair, two chairs. If you look closely at these nouns, when they are pluralized, they are just added an S. Rule number 2, if the word ends in CH, SH, double S or SS, or S, or X, then we add ES. This is simple. Words ending with CH, SH, SS, S, or X, we just add ES in their plural form. Let's look at the examples. Church. If you look at this noun, it's ending with CH, church. When there are many churches, there is ES added to the noun church. One box is ending with X, we add ES for it to become boxes. Rule number 3, if the word ends in a vowel plus Y, meaning to say a vowel precedes a Y or comes before a Y, then we add the S in their plural form. Let's look at the examples. Holiday. The word holiday or the noun holiday is ending with A plus a Y. So there, what do? We just add an S. One key, two keys. We are just adding an S. Let's go to rule number 4, still on page 3. If the word ends in an O, then we add ES in their plural form. For example, potato is ending in an O. We add ES there. 2 potatoes, 2 tomatoes, a hero, 2 heroes. We are adding ES there. I hope we are following. Let's go to rule number 5. Rule number 5. Some words ending in an O take an S in their plural form. For example, photo, it becomes photos. We're just adding an S there. 1 radio, 2 radios. Rule number 6. Rule number 6. If a word ends in double O, we add an S in their plural form. Double O, we are just adding an S in their plural form. For example, zoo. Zoo. 2 zoos. 1 igloo. Many igloos. These nouns are ending with double O. Then we are just adding S as the plural. There's one thing that I want you to understand, boys and girls. Not all nouns are added ES or S. There are also irregular plurals that do not follow these rules at all. Example, we've got nouns like tooth, tooth, 1 tooth. If there are many, we don't add S or ES. They become teeth. Tooth, teeth. 1 many, 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 with an E. 1 foot, many feet. Foot, feet. These are irregular nouns. They may maintain the same word or they change completely. 1 child, 2 children. 1 child, 2 children. Thank you so very much, boys and girls. I understand you are following the rules for changing nouns to their plural form. Okay, my friends. Now, let's turn our books on page 4, where we are now doing our activities. We want to see if we have grasped, understood the rules that we were doing on page 3. Activity 1. For most words, just add S. Words ending with CH, SH, S, double S, or X, add S or ES. Right, I will just do with you one example here. The rest you will do, just fill with the correct plural for the noun given. Ants. That's the example that we are going to do together. If you look at the pictures, it's no longer 1 ant, there are many. The ant, the plural of ants, Chanel? Yes, it's ants, right? Stamp, singer, box. Remember the rules for X, nouns ending with X, SH, and CH. Let's turn our books. Let's continue with our activities on page 5. Page 5, words ending on a vowel plus Y. The rule says we just add an S. Words ending on an O, then add ES. Do we have words ending with a vowel and a Y? Yes, like monkey, there. And I will take monkey as my example. Let's do it together, monkey. When there are many monkeys, where we are just adding an S. Let's turn our books to page 6, activity 3. Words ending in an O, simply take S or add S. Words ending on double O, add S. Our first example, zoo. Zoos, where we are just adding S. So you will do avocado, kangaroo, piano, buffalo, eagle. Let's continue to page 7. Activity 4. Irregular nouns. Remember, the rule says the word or the noun may remain the same or change completely. The whole word spelling changes or the word stays the same. So, fill in the plural form of each of these pictures using the rule for irregular plurals. It is important also that we refer if you've forgotten. Our example, tooth. Tooth. Do we add ES? Do we add S? No. The word or the noun changes completely to become teeth. So fill in for child, foot, sheep, fish, mouse. Okay, boys and girls, let's turn our books to page 8, where we are having an interesting comprehension. An interesting comprehension. There is full of plurals. Nouns in their plural form and in their singular form. Remember what I told you last time, that for me to understand a comprehension passage, I start by going through the questions. So let's go to our questions. Number 1 is saying, why did the mice have to run away? Name 3 things that the mice had to eat where they used to stay. What were the only things they could find to eat in the field? Under which 2 places did they search for food? Where did they sleep? How did the lilies keep the water? What are the names of the 2 brothers who found better food for them? Where were the nuts found? What did they find with the strawberries? Write down 10 plural form nouns from the passage. Like what I've said, this passage is full of nouns in their plural form. I'm going to read in your hearing. The mouse family. Once upon a time, there was a family of mice who found themselves lost after they had to run away from a few hungry stray cats. They used to have lots of food where they lived. They had seeds, herbs, different cheeses, sweets, and fruit. Now, they only had dry peels and old pods from a field, which was difficult to chew with their little teeth. They searched for food under the tree trunks and rocks. They slept in a feather bed they made from feathers that they gathered from under the trees. They drank water from the lilies that had dew inside them. Early in the mornings, Charlie and Mick went searching for better food and found a bunch of nuts in the garden, in bowls on the tables. They took some home and shared with their brothers and sisters. Soon they found cakes and strawberries and shared these amongst all of them. Some days they were lucky to carry some dried fruit chips from the kitchen. They lived so well in the house that they decided to stay. So they lived happily ever after. What an interesting story. Full of plurals, nouns in their plural forms. Hence we are asked this question: write down 10 plural form nouns from the passage. I want to believe that we have all understood this important lesson about plurals and the rules to be followed when we are changing from singular form to plural form. And remember that singular means one, plural, many. Thank you so very much, boys and girls. Okay, boys and girls, it has been good to be with you. But before we go, let's remember to sanitize. Chanel, let's sanitize to make sure our hands are safe. We've been touching the surfaces, the desks. And let's remember also to maintain our distance. It's good for us. Let's meet in the next lesson. Goodbye for now.
What is social distancing? Hi everyone, I am Zoshi, and I'm back. It literally just means that you need to stay home all the time and keep away from crowded places. And remember to keep your distance from your friends too. Everybody stay safe. Yay! Till next time. Bye!
Omba Arts Trust is not just an organization for me. I think of it in the form of a person, a mother and a friend I have walked and grew with. A friend whom I've traveled many remote and dusty roads. A sister who provided so much needed support during times of fear and uncertainty.
Kutsi ke mtang ha ka kwa ja khobra kho
There is a saying in Damara for people such as Omba, which is which simply means someone who will, with love, exchange your lean piece of meat with their fat one. It might sound simple when translated, but when used towards a loved and appreciated person, it gives such honor. It describes a person who will do everything to make sure you are taken care of. Besides, we all know how the Damaras love their meat.
Ja, it's Maria. Good. Jy moet 'n bietjie meer reg wees, né? Soos die boere hulle mielies plant. Ja.
I have seen Omba grow and turn into a light of hope for Namibians all over Namibia. I have seen women and men grow as individuals, becoming respected members of their communities, but also valuable providers of their families. I have seen people with no hope in their eyes light up when they see Omba arrive to fulfill a promise which was made and which they did not believe will be kept. I have seen women dance and sing for hours until the dust from their feet covers us all because the old friend has arrived. I've seen women standing up in front of a large number of people and express their hopes and dreams. I've seen people who have never left their village travel hours and hours to other countries and share their culture and experiences. I have seen children grow and become young women and men before my very eyes. Omba has been the sister holding hands throughout it all. Omba has built valuable and strong relationship with communities, empowering both women and men, but the impact on women can be seen and felt most sincerely. The work with the women has such a ripple effect all over the whole village, most especially the young. Omba has taught them to fish. As times grow tougher and much more difficult, money becomes scarce. Environment around us changes and nothing will ever be the same again. In times like this is when we realize the value of a friend like Omba. It provides hope, constant support, reliable income, and keeping us all together, keeping our pots filled and our fires burning. A motivation to do better, live better, and expect better. If one day the unthinkable happens and Omba is no more, it will be a sad time for our Namibian rural population. Therefore, let's keep the light burning at all cost.
Ons die Sanmense is die eerste mense in die wêreld wat vandag agter gaan staan. Omba is nou die water wat vir ons nat maak, dat onze wortels mooi groeien, dat ons vruchten kan brengen, kos kan brengen. Omba gee vir ons werk. En van daaraf lewe ons.
It's just an amazing story that ostrich eggshell beads, 72,000 years ago, the ancestors of the San were making ostrich eggshell beads, and today, in the 2020s, Junko women are still making those beads pretty much in the same way. And the work has evolved from fairly traditional products. This probably would have been worn like this, into something as sophisticated and contemporary as this necklace from the waterfall range. So here we are bringing the necklace to this gallery in Windhoek, and it then gets sold to customers in Europe and America, and generating income for women, Junko women back in the Kalahari. So it's just an amazing thread of history that goes to this ostrich egg, to this contemporary jewelry. This basket I absolutely love. It's a finely woven basket in natural dyes. This asymmetry is very unique to Namibian baskets, and we've been working with these women, doing workshops and helping them evolve into these incredibly fine baskets. We've worked with the women developing different palettes, and there's another one with a slightly more yellow palette, but considered are the best baskets in Africa. What we're showing you in this short video is really a long journey of working together with rural communities, reviving ancient traditions, turning them into contemporary world-class products, and supporting the livelihoods of over 400 artisans. Even during COVID-19, we've been helping our sand communities with food and distribution of tippy taps. What we need to do now is to honour the trust that has been put in us over the last 30 years, to support marginalised sand communities and the livelihoods of rural women around Namibia. Your donation will help us get our 400 artisans back to work as soon as possible so that they can feed their families. The lives of their 2,000 family members will directly benefit from this. Please help us raise $50,000 by contributing to the Omba Artisan C19 Support Fund. No matter how big or small, this will make a difference in the lives of our artisans during COVID-19. Thank you.